So this weekend, I'm getting back into normal life after January. I'm doing what I can and still trying to find time for relaxation. First thing on the agenda this weekend was to get the bedroom cleaned. I feel like the bedroom becomes kind of a catch-all for all of the clothing throughout the week. I'll do some laundry and just kind of throw things into a chair if I don't have time to get them folded. So I also like to strip down the bed and wash the sheets. Make sure I do that, if not weekly, every other week. So that's what we're going to do this weekend and just kind of get everything fresh in there because I cannot concentrate if it is messy. So I am going to put everything in the wash. I've been making my own laundry detergent for a long time now. So this is just a mix of washing powder and borax that I keep in a big mason jar in the laundry room. So that's what I've been using forever. Sometimes I'll scent it with lavender essential oils, but it really does the trick. So that's what we're using. So I have a commercial laundry bin, which I love because it separates everything out by color and darks and lights. While the laundry is washing, I'm going to just fold up the towels that need to be folded. And I really do need to go and get some new towels because these are getting a little bit dingy. And some of our hand towels and things like that have gotten really dirty or have some little tears or things like that in them. So I think that that's probably going to be on the list to do soon, is to get some more towels for the house, and especially the large bath towels, so we keep them nice and white and crisp. And I have so many clothes that I don't even know what to do with them anymore. So I adore clothes, and I'm kind of bold with a lot of my choices that I buy. So I have a lot of leopard prints and things like that. So I just have a lot of clothing. So I think I probably need to go through and get rid of some of the things that I don't wear anymore. And kind of reorganize my closet, maybe put together some outfits and just make sure that I still can fit into everything and I still like everything, especially before the next time that I go shopping. I also have a ton of blazers and things for work. So just now that I work from home, I don't have to wear those out as much, but it's always good to have a bunch of those and some nice work clothes for when I do have to go out. I'm also curious what you guys do with your clothes, if you separate it out seasonally. I know I have a couple of bins underneath the bed with some things that are just really summer, but for winter, I layer my clothing. So I'm just kind of curious on, if you guys have separate bins or you arrange your closet seasonally. I do try to do that. I think I'm just running out of space. So maybe it is time for me to go through and kind of minimize some of that in there. For the bedding, I usually don't use a top sheet just because it gets so hot. But it has been frigid cold in Georgia this week especially. So I've added the flannel top sheet to the bed and just layering my warmest blankets on there. And we're pretty lucky that the bedroom doesn't get that cold. It stays kind of warm, but it's been, very cold this week. So I've added, the top sheet. I've got the comforter on there. I also have another throw blanket that I put down. And then we have our furry blanket that we put on top of that. So it's nice and snuggly and warm, and it does the job. I'm also curious if you have dressers that you use for your nightstands or if you just have plain kind of more side table nightstands. I would love to do that, but like I said, I think we just have too many clothes. So I need to get another big dresser for the room, I think, to kind of separate a lot of our, pajamas and things like that in. And so we can have a more simple, designer looking nightstands for the sides of the bed in here. And after all of that, I needed a break, so I went and made some quick, healthy lunch with sweet potato and some salad, and took a shower and put some comfy clothes back on because it is cold. One of the things that I did for my health in January was I decided that I was not going to have any alcohol, so a little bit of a dry January in the house. And I have found that I still need some sort of ritual for winding down after work or when I'm cooking. And I do like to have, some fun drinks to have. So I've got some alternative ones that kind of feel like I might be drinking or have a little bit of like bubbly to them. This ritual is I can make a margarita and it kind of tastes like tequila in there. And then I've talked about the De Sol with the adaptogens in those before. And then kombucha has really become my favorite. I started brewing that in the house actually too. So I got my first batch today. Then continuing on with my let's see what we have in the house already and try to make a pantry, refrigerator, freezer meal out of what we have. And I looked up and I had some ricotta in there, and I had enough fresh vegetables and some frozen spinach, and I had some lasagna noodles already. So tonight was lasagna night, so I put that together and then popped it in the oven for everybody. My son was actually away at his friend's house, so my husband and I just ate that, and then we have had leftovers for the week. So that is just something that's really nice, and also on a cold day, turning on the oven and having, the warmth in the house was also very, very nice and cozy. So cold night, big full moon, and a little bit of snow during the day, just flurries. And it kind of left me feeling like I had a lot to do, but I was also very tired. So I just decided that I was going to relax and do a little bit of self-care and snuggle with the dog on the couch and just call it a night after that. Such a good dog. That's his favorite place to be, is just snuggling on the couch, and he'll turn all the way upside down and lay in my lap. So just a very good dog. The next day had me feeling a lot better, and I had a lot of reading to do for a class I was taking. So I just wanted to embrace it and enjoy the weather and the winter. And so I really hope that you're enjoying your winter as well. Thanks for watching. Bye.